You know that sinking feeling, right? When you walk out to your car and find a fresh, new scratch. Ugh. Well, today we're going to break down a product that claims it's the ultimate driveway fix for that exact problem, Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. We're diving straight into an expert review to find out if it really truly lives up to the hype.
And it always starts with a moment just like this, doesn't it? A bike handle, a stray shopping cart, maybe a branch you didn't see. This quote from the review just nails that specific, painful, gut-punch feeling of discovery that every single car owner dreads. It feels personal.
And that's the thing, right? It stops being just a little mark on your paint, and it becomes the only thing you can see. It makes your otherwise well-kept car suddenly look, well, neglected. And it just gnaws at you every single time you grab the door handle. It's a frustration we've all felt.
So, this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? We've all heard the horror stories. Someone tries to fix a tiny little scratch and ends up with a giant, hazy mess that's way, way worse. So, can a product you buy off the shelf really give you pro-level results without that huge risk? Let's find out.
Okay, to answer that, we've got to look at the technology first. See, the real magic here isn't just about elbow grease. It's in the science. And let me tell you, this is definitely not your grandpa's old-school aggressive rubbing compound.
And you can really see the difference right here. I mean, the old stuff was basically liquid sandpaper. It was just a brute force tool that could easily burn right through your clear coat and leave you with an even bigger problem. This new tech, it's designed to be way smarter, way more precise.
And this is the secret sauce, the key term from the review, SMAT, which stands for micro-abrasive technology. Now, think of it this way. Instead of a big blunt instrument, it's more like a team of tiny little surgeons. They're engineered to cut away the defect, the scratch, but they do it so cleanly that they don't create a bunch of new, smaller scratches, which is what causes that ugly haze. So what's the bottom line? The crucial point is that because it finishes so cleanly, you often get to skip that whole second step of polishing. You know, the part where you have to fix the mess the first step made. For anyone who actually values their weekend, that is a massive win. It's faster and it's a whole lot safer for your paint.
All right, so the science is cool, but results are what really matter, right? So let's get to the good stuff, the proving grounds. The expert review put this compound through two totally different, but very practical, real-world tests.
First, they tested it by hand on a single targeted scratch. You know, the kind of fix most of us are probably going to be doing. And then they tested it with a machine polisher to go after those widespread swirl marks, those annoying little spider webs you only see when the sun hits the paint just right. So two common problems, one solution.
And the hand application? It sounds almost too simple. You just put a little bit on a foam pad, work it into the area with some firm pressure, and then wipe it off. The reviewer said that for that original bike scratch, this 3-minute process was literally all it took. 3 minutes, and it was gone.
So what's actually happening here? It's not just filling in the scratch like some kind of cover-up. No, it's actually smoothing out or leveling the clear coat around the scratch. And once those sharp, jagged edges that catch the light are gone, poof, the scratch becomes invisible. So yeah, a total success for the good old elbow grease method.
Okay, but what about a bigger job? Well, on a really neglected black SUV, the results with a machine polisher were, wow, even more dramatic. It just sliced right through years of that dull, hazy oxidation and brought back that deep, wet-looking gloss that makes black paint just pop. The paint seriously looked years younger.
Okay, so we know it works. Awesome. But how and when you use it is just as important as the product itself. And to avoid the single biggest mistake people make, using the wrong product at the wrong time, we need to figure out exactly where this compound fits into the whole detailing process.
Just think of paint care in 3 simple steps. Step 1 is correction, and this is exactly where Ultimate Compound lives. It's the heavy lifter. It's the aggressive step that actually removes the scratches and swirls. Only after that do you move on to polishing to get that crazy gloss, and then finally protection, waxing, to seal it all in. And trust me, that order is absolutely non-negotiable.
All right, we've seen the science. We've seen the real-world results. Time for the final verdict. Let's break down the good, not so good, and answer some really important questions to help you figure out if this stuff belongs on a shelf in your garage.
And the good stuff is really good. First off, it's super safe for beginners, especially if you're working by hand. It finishes with incredible clarity, which is honestly rare for a compound this strong. It's super cost-effective. One bottle will last you for years of spot repairs. And get this, as a bonus, you can even use it to clean up foggy, yellowed headlights.
That's a ton of value, packed into one box. But of course, nothing's perfect. The review is super clear on a few things. First, it can get a bit dusty, so work in the shade, not direct sun. Second, be prepared for a workout if you're doing this by hand. And maybe most importantly, you have to know its limits. Here's the rule of thumb. If you can catch your fingernail in the scratch, it's probably too deep. It's gone through the clear coat and paint down to the primer. This stuff isn't going to fix that.
Okay, let's do a few rapid-fire questions. And honestly, this first one is probably the single most important thing to remember after you use any compound.
And the answer is 1,000%. Absolutely yes. Look, a compound is basically an abrasive cleaner. It removes the scratch, which is great, but it also strips away everything else. Any wax, any sealant, any protection you had. After you're done, your paint is completely naked and exposed. You absolutely must follow up with a fresh layer of wax or sealant.
All right, next up, what about another super common and really frustrating problem? Those nasty stains from bird droppings that look like they're literally baked into your paint.
Yep, it works brilliantly on those. Here's why. Those stains aren't just sitting on the surface. Bird droppings are acidic, and they literally etch or eat into the clear coat. So the compound works by gently smoothing out the paint around that little etched crater, making the whole stain just vanish.
And for our last question, this one is absolutely critical. Matte paint finishes, they look incredible, but they need completely different care. So, can you use this on matte paint?
No. A huge, emphatic no. And please listen to this warning. A compound is designed to create shine by making the surface perfectly smooth. A matte finish gets its look by being intentionally not smooth, so it scatters light. If you use this on matte paint, you will create a permanent, ugly, glossy spot. You will ruin the finish. Just don't do it.
So, when it's all said and done, who is this product really for? Well, it's not for bringing a car back from a junkyard. It's for the car owner who really takes pride in their ride and just wants the power to fix those inevitable everyday mistakes, quickly and safely, right there in their own driveway. It's all about taking control of that little problem before it turns into a bigger